Hey, what is going on, guys? Nathaniel with Dragon Blogger Tech and Entertainment, and today we're going to be doing a simple build of the ATOMSTACK A5 M50 Pro. So this video is going to be for those of you that have already gotten this unboxed, you've already purchased it obviously, and just want to know how to set this up. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take all of the arms that you guys can see I am doing in the video now. The ATOMSTACK A5 M50 Pro is going to be on top. The blank support bar is going to be on bottom, and then you are basically going to line up both of the edges on both sides of that top and bottom frame. When you guys have it lined up like I do, you guys can see here that we have the step 1 M5 by 25 screws, and you're just going to screw those into the side in order to build kind of a rectangle. And then you guys can see right here that after you get those screws in, this is roughly what you will have so far in the build. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is grab this arm right here, will actually be the piece that slides forward and backwards and holds the laser head, and slide it over the rails that you guys can see that I'm doing right here. This is a little bit tricky and it might take you a little bit, but you will get it. It's not too difficult, you just have to play with it a little bit. And so then all you have to do here is just make sure it glides freely, and if it does, then you guys should be good to go. The next thing you're going to want to do is basically just grab these feet that you guys can see right here. You want to line it up to where that little rubber piece is facing on the outside of the frame. Once you get all of those installed, it will look like this. And just note that the foot for the bottom left as you're looking at the machine is going to be the main unit. The next step is you're going to grab the ribbon cable that is included, and you're going to install it over the top of this gear as you guys can see, and under the two wheels. You're going to do that on both sides. It can be a little bit tricky, and all you want to do is just make sure you have quite a bit of tension. Then you're going to install one of these locking nuts on it and basically just tighten this down. And like I said, you don't need a ton of tension on it, but you do want a decent amount because you don't want this thing to be too loose or too tight. You just want a decent amount of tension. And then once you're done with that, you can basically just cut off the excess. Installing the offline controller is super easy. It is magnetic, and all you have to do is use the included HDMI cable to get it connected to the system. Now that's not needed, but the next thing you're going to do is basically grab the laser head. Be careful with this. This is the most delicate part of the entire system, and all you have to do is slide it down on this rail and tighten it down, and that's basically it, because this thing is going to move up and down with different types of engravings. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is simply connect all of the connectors. You guys can see right here, this is for the stepper motor. This one that I'm plugging in now is the motor for the laser head for the left and right axis, and then power to the main laser head. After you get all of those installed, all you really have to do now is basically just do some quick tidying up with the included zip ties. Now what I would recommend doing is basically just extending this thing out as far as it can go, so you make sure that you don't zip tie the cable to a point where it's going to restrict the movement of the entire laser engraver. You guys are all set up and ready to go. I appreciate you guys checking out this quick build of the ATOMSTACK A5 M50 Pro, and I will see you guys on the next video.